Hey, this is Justin with GoVacuum.com, your central vacuum experts. Let's check out what's on my desk. This is Central Vacuum Basics. I'm going to do about a 5-minute video real quick here and show you what's really needed to install a central vacuum in your home. We've got a few tools over here. Not all of them, such as a pipe cutter that we sell at GoVacuum. You would definitely need that. But generally, I'm going to mount an inlet to a 2x4, show you how simple it is, and you can get a better understanding for what is used with a central vacuum. Now, let's talk about what a central vacuum is. A central vacuum is a vacuum centrally located in your home in the basement or garage that all the dirt collects into. You walk around your home, you plug your hose into the wall, and then all the dirt, the central vacuum then starts by the switch on your hose, and then all the dirt goes through the walls of your home, through the pipes, through the fittings, and then collects in the central vacuum cleaner. That central vacuum cleaner is much stronger than any portable vacuum cleaner whatsoever. A central vacuum cleaner can have up to 40 amps, it can have up to 2 motors, and be up to 240 volts, whereas a residential vacuum, you can only have one motor that has suction, unless you have the Tandem Air Riccar vacuum cleaner, which we do sell here at Go Vacuum Outlet in Chantilly, Virginia. But beyond that, it's only one vacuum cleaner motor, and the maximum the UL allows for any portable vacuum is 11 amps. I'm sorry, it's 12 amps on a vacuum cleaner, period. That's the most that the UL will allow you to have in a portable household vacuum cleaner. So a central vacuum just has more power, much more suction, much more airflow, and it also exhausts outside. So if you have allergies, it's just like a dryer vent opens up when the central vac's on. All the air exhausts outside the home, not the dirt, but the air that is usually recirculated back into your home from a portable vacuum is then exhausted outside your home, so you get much better filtration. It's the only system that's truly 100% filtered. Okay, let's take a look at what the inlets look like. Around your home, you'll have these inlets, and as you can see, they're available in a lot of different styles. This is only 3 to give you the example, and they have them in white, your ivory, and then a full face cover. They also make these in black, stainless, many different cover styles, all to match the decor of your home. And they just flip open here, and the hose plugs into it. And when you're done, you just take the hose out, close it off, and that's pretty much it. As you can see, they all kind of look the same in here. They all have 2 pins on it to activate the central vacuum, so you don't have to go to your central vacuum to turn it on. All you have to do is plug your hose in and turn on the switch at the end of your hose. Okay, so all the dirt goes into here, and then it runs through the pipes, and it runs through these fittings. The fittings all connect together, so what will happen is further down one line, you'll have one line running to your central vacuum. Further down throughout your home, you'll have multiple Ys, multiple Ts, and these all connect to the main line running to your central vacuum, so you can actually have these inlets. Generally, they're going to be placed in a new existing home anywhere from 500 to 800 square feet. You'll have a central vacuum inlet, and with a 30 or 35-foot hose, that can then cover, full 800 square feet or so. These inlets themselves are going to be placed throughout your home. If you place them properly, you can get away with them working every 800 square feet, or if it's new construction. Existing construction is that 5 to 800 square foot range. But that hose will then stretch and move around your home very easily. Okay, so these fittings, what's the difference in them? Well, we'll start off with the 90s here. That's a short 90, that's a long 90. The only 90s that we ever recommend using at Go Vacuum are long 90s. We never use a short 90 except on the backing plate of your inlet. And the reason being, we'll connect this here, connects very easily. Just twist it on here, and that's it. Now this can be adjusted to turn down below, to the side, to above, or anything like that. As you can see, it's a good snug fit. And I'm going to twist this here, so if we wanted to aim the pipe straight down and have it drop down, we could do that. But by using a short 90 here, let's say we had a marker or a pen that we picked up, and we had our central vacuum inlet here. Now what will happen is our inlet, it's like this, our drywall is here in between, and we're going to open up our inlet. We use our hose, we pick everything up. We picked up a pen. A pen is not an item that should be picked up in a vacuum cleaner, but if it is with a central vacuum, it's going to stop here because of the short 90. Whereas if we had a long 90 here, that pen would then make it into the system and then could clog somewhere else. By using short 90s only on the back of a vacuum inlet or on the backing of a vac pan, what happens is we use long 90s everywhere else. What happens is if it was to ever clog, it would only clog at the inlet, where you can very easily reach in, pull out the obstruction, and that's it, and you're good to go vacuum. So that's why we only recommend using a short 90 on the back of a vacuum inlet. Now, throughout here we also have our Ys and our Ts. As we can see, we want them to drop towards the unit, so we do have the arrow there. And on this one, same thing, it does not have an arrow, but it drops into the unit. You never want to mount them backwards, because then what will happen is it'll be a sharp turn for dirt coming here. Just follow the arrows going to your unit, very easy to install, very easy to remember. That's pretty much it. I always recommend using a Y versus a T if you can get away with it, but if you can't, no big deal. It's not a bathroom, it's not a plumbing where you have to worry about gravity. With a central vacuum, it's actual suction. So air flows better through 45s versus 90s, but you don't have to worry about angling the pipe running down, so that way gravity is allowing water to flow down in your bathroom. You don't from a bathroom or a kitchen sink or something like that. With a central vacuum, you don't have to worry about that. You can even pull dirt up and over and drop it down out of your attic if you need to with a central vacuum, because air flows. Dirt is going to flow with the airflow. Okay, so here we have 45s. I recommend using these more than 90s if you can. And this is a street 45, which means that it is fitting on the inside of a fitting. So if you needed to connect this to a coupling or to a 90, something like that, you could very easily do that. Okay, and those are our basic main fittings: 45, street 45, long and short 90, Ys and Ts, and of course our coupling. We'll use many of these to couple two pieces of pipe together. For multiple other things such as that, coupling is always very nice to use. And we have our pipe strap. Central vacuum pipe is a very, very lightweight pipe, and it just straps on very easily. You just take this, you can strap this on to the floor joist or onto your stud, and that's pretty much it. It holds it in place. And we also have our adapter. Now, at Go Vacuum, I believe that anybody can install a central vacuum. A central vacuum is very easy to install. It's just about laying it out properly, and it's putting it together like Legos. If you were good with Legos, you'll love putting a central vacuum together. But this basically is an adapter where if you had thick drywall in your home, you can pop this on here, and that extends your inlet out quite a bit. So now this can connect just like that, and now you don't have to worry if you have any thing like masonry or something like that, or 2 layers of drywall or anything like that. That's pretty much it. So that allows you to be good to go vacuum. That's just your adapter. But let's take a look at the other type of inlet that we have right here. That is a super valve vacuum cleaner inlet. That one allows us to connect 110 volts, and how we do that is thanks to this blue clip here. And what happens with a super valve inlet, I don't have one here to show you, but what a super valve would have would be 2 electrical prongs here. And what that does is, in new construction, I do not recommend it in existing construction. What it does is it allows you to not have to worry about a cord coming off the hose to plug into an electrical outlet. You can just have all your electricity built into here directly, and that would power your power head for your carpeting, should you have carpeting. And what happens here is you take this, you pop this in, right, just like that, take your electrical line that's running in, and you take this here, and you pop this on. That then would crimp, push on it. That would then crimp your electrical wire running through here. Your doesn't matter the gauge, you can use a 14 or a 12 gauge wire, and that would then put pressure on there and hold it into place. And then our electrical 110 is right into here, and our low voltage would come through this little hole right there. So how hard are these to mount to the wall? Well, they're very easy. With just a few tools, such as a screwdriver, a low voltage wire, and a few screws here, you can pretty much mount this on your stud in your home. So I have a piece of wood here to show you how easy it is to mount. I'm going to go ahead. I always recommend using a tape measure and measure the center of your electrical outlet for the central vacuum inlet. So let's say your electrical outlets are about yay high. We want to mount the backing plate about yay high. So that way, just for aesthetics, it's all, I go off the center. Some people go off the top, some people go off the bottom. I think it's best to go off the center. That might mean a little bit off at the top or a little bit off at the bottom. But if you do it properly, it should be an even amount. That way it's in line with your electrical outlets, just to make it look good. So let's take a look at the mounting plate here. Just take our mounting plate. We've made our mark where we're going to mount it. Let's say our electrical outlets are 18 inches off the ground. Okay, we're right here. So we'll mark that there, just like that. And we're going to go ahead and mount this. Let's say it's center 18. We're just going to go ahead and mount this just like that. And all we do is we take our screw and we screw into here. Now, if you notice here, they have little clamps here. And what those do are those butt up against the 2x4, just like that. So that allows you to butt up against it like that. Now, of course, when you're mounting this on an actual 2x4, you're going to be here along this side in your home versus the opposite way, but just for showing you, I wanted to show you that. So we just take this here, take our screwdriver. Now, central vacuum pipe is very, very lightweight. We don't have to worry about mounting it and having it hold, 80, 90 pounds. It'll go ahead and it will hold any of the pipe weight, just because the most pressure put on this will only be a few pounds, even if it's multiple amount of pipe running through your system. Sometimes people do it with one screw. I always recommend you use a few screws, but for the sake of this demonstration, I'm just going to use one screw here. And then all we have to do is we take our, take our short 90, which is missing on me. There we go, the cameraman found it. That's our short 90. Thank you, cameraman. Okay, right there in front of me. It's been a long day here at Go Vacuum. Take this, and let's say our pipe is coming up from the basement. Go ahead and grab this, and we pop this right onto here. And that's it. Now what we would do is we would glue this on with our central vacuum PVC glue. Now you don't have to prime it or anything like that. Just use the straight clear PVC cement. And what we do is we put it on the outside of the inlet. And then we take this and we give it a good little twist and twist that on. We never ever go ahead and glue the inside of an inlet and then put pipe on it, because that allows glue to go on to the inside of the pipe, which could then have dirt stick to it or something like that. And it can also just kind of create a caked wall in there. We don't want that. We want the inside of the central vac pipe to be completely clean at all times. And it will not build up with dirt over time, much like a plumbing pipe would or anything like that. And then what we'll do is we have our low voltage wire here. And I'll take my wire strippers here. Strip off a good nice piece on the ends. That pops off. We have two wires on our low voltage wire. Now the low voltage wire is allowing us to turn the central vacuum on and off. You can just take those here. And I'm going to show you a fast forward here. But we've run the central vacuum low voltage wire with our pipe running up. And we'll take this, and depending upon if our inlet is slipping down or up, we'll store it in there. Now I always recommend you take this, stuff it back inside of the pipe here. If you're a new construction, put on your plaster guard cover, and that's all you have to do. And then once you've done the drywall and everything, you come back, take off your plaster guard cover, remove this here, and there's two little screws right here on your central vacuum inlet. You just take your low voltage wire, wrap it around your screwdriver here, just like that, and then put that over your screw there, and just go ahead and tighten that down. Just like that, and then we would just tighten that down, and that's what is allowing the central vacuum to turn on and off, thanks to the two prongs that connects to. And then when you're done with that, that'll basically connect on there just like that, and then that would flip up and you plug your hose in, or flip down depending upon the style that you had. That's basically how easy it is to mount a central vacuum inlet. Central vacuum is something that's very easy to use. They have back pans, electric dust pans that you can broom into. You have hoses that can pull out of the wall now. You have hoses that plug in that are lightweight, crush proof, and they have little kits that you can do a number of things. There's a lot of new inventions for the central vacuum industry, where they have little mini hoses that pull out for kitty litter, dryer vents, things like that. If you have any questions about a central vac, give us a call. We'll help you plan and lay out your central vacuum. 888-468-2210, 888-468-2210, info@govacuum.com. Chat with us live at govacuum.com, 7 days of the week, Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and on Sunday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm Justin with govacuum.com, and this is a basic info about central vacuums, how easy it is to install. Any questions, give us a call. Thank you.